Yeah, and I'm telling you that this case is not closed. And by without, I mean my briefcase is not closed. I mean it's just not working. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know if the lock's busted or something. I really need your help with it.
Outsmarted is a series that I never thought would go as far as it has. I wasn't expecting to get as many series as done as possible as well.
So let's recap on this. We have a killer who's killed an opera singer, dead. Then someone else has come along and killed that killer, buried his body, dug him back up, and now thrown him in the river.
Pretty much, yes.
Jesus, it's such a murder fest in this town.
And it's become a very surprising success, and people really seem to love the show, so I'm not complaining.
Well, there's an actual murder case that we've got.
Already?
I know, right? It's amazing how quickly people can die these days.
The idea of Outsmarted began as early as, I'd say, 2019. When I was filming The Looking Glass, I had this idea of a prequel to the Wonders franchise, which was black and white, Alice in Wonderland, a whodunit mystery. And the characters that I created for the Wonders films were going to be literally like the ancestors. But unfortunately, because I didn't really have the best experience making Looking Glass, although it was fun to make, it wasn't the best feature film, I'd say. Behind the scenes, it was fun to do because we had a lot of casting issues and location problems and, you know, everything like that. I kind of decided to move away from the Wonders franchise for a while and focus on something brand new. I felt like I needed a bit of a fresh start, making something different and fun, and something that that people would want to get into. So when after COVID had happened, we did this pilot called The Walrus and the Carpenter, which was originally the title, but I kept it because I liked that title, and I still kept it black and white and set in 1940s, and I thought this could really work. This could be a real interesting pilot that I could bring, but depends on the success. And amazingly, The Walrus and the Carpenter was a huge success on my YouTube channel, and so I thought, yeah, I could definitely take this somewhere. This could be something brand new for me.
Valerie?
Depends who's asking.
Detective Red Fox, I'm here to ask some questions about the murder of Daniel Quinn.
What do you want to know?
I know that you knew something about his death.
I wasn't there when he died.
True, but I'm going to ask you some questions anyway, and then you're going to answer them for me. Is that okay?
One of the biggest inspirations for Outsmarted, of course, is Fargo. I mean, I love Fargo, the TV series. It is such an amazing show. Noah Hawley writes an incredible series, and I just really wanted to do my own Fargo. It was basically my own Fargo that I wanted to make, and so I just thought I got to get the inspiration from that, and that's where the sort of style comes from. What I love most about Fargo is every introduction of an episode is beautifully thought out, how it's filmed, how it's laid out. And I just kind of wanted to do that with Outsmarted. So as you see at the beginning, most of the intros are very sort of laid out in a very beautiful way. I'm really glad that Outsmarted was, in a way, it came at the right time, because during 2021 I was meant to be making a feature film called The Legends of the Siren, and I was also trying to write Discrimination, which is a film that I'm still working on. But during that time, between 2021 and now, there was a lot of toxic, egotistic, horrible actors that kept coming into my life wanting to work with me, and then they messed up all my projects. I had to cancel Legends of the Siren, Discrimination was on hold, because these actors came into my life and were ruining everything for me. And I got into a deep depression, and I felt like, sometimes, why do I even bother doing this? Why do I make these films and have these people come into my life and try and ruin everything for me? because nowadays the world is so sensitive. Like everything nowadays, people just don't like anything, and I just think, why are they actors? Why are they in the industry if they don't want to be in a film that's fictional and but relates to real life and stuff like that and just tells a good story? So after all these crazy lunatics came into my life and I finally got rid of them all, I managed to say, right, enough's enough. Outsmarted is now going to be my next thing I'm going to focus on. Bring in just my cast family and let's make something magical. And then I just started to bring back everybody who I knew and loved to be part of it. Charlie Lloyd was definitely back as Johnny Quinn. Charlotte Campbell was back as Sandra Quinn. And then, of course, we had the brand new actors involved. You got, Mike Verbruggen, David Paltelma, Rennie Costa, Rihanna, Marlon Roberts. Everybody just came in and they really supported the series, and it was really great. And Laura Sheridan as well, and Beatrice Morey. They all came on board, and I managed to get them to do the series, and they were all absolutely fantastic.
Boys, didn't your mother ever tell you it's wrong to follow people?
And did your mother ever tell you it's rude to talk about mothers?
And did your mother ever tell you how much shit comes out of your mouth, Riley?
Look, shut up talking about mothers. Right, Derek, where's Barker?
Up your ass.
No, can't see him.
Right, don't take the piss.
I don't care. Maybe you should look after your fucking mongrels a lot better.
Oh, you got a gun down there then?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I thought something else.
You have 10 seconds to talk.
9.
8.
7.
6.
Shoot the bastard!
The reason I cast Rennie as Terry Dreadheart and everybody is because they're really good at being gangsters. I filmed a film called Memoirs of a Dying Man, and I worked with them, and it was all black and white, and it was gangsters and everything. And I just thought this look and style would work for Outsmarted, and it did. And Rennie and all that just did a fantastic job.
Terry.
I was sitting here in silence.
You can't find Barker anywhere.
The police don't have him. Something don't feel right.
Derek.
Sorry?
Derek's got him. He wanted me out of town. So I reckon he's got him, so go and find him.
Derek wouldn't do that, would he? We made peace with him years ago.
What I loved about Series 1 as well was Mike and David's chemistry. They just bounced off each other so well. I kind of regret killing them off, because they were so good. But they're both in real life very busy men, so I don't think they would have had a chance to be in Series 2 or anything like that, so it doesn't matter.
Leave Derek alone.
Or what?
Do you want one too?
You won't get away with this.
Oh, I'm so scared. Now fuck off away from Derek or you both are gonna end up dead.
I love you, Riley.
As the sergeant, I immediately wanted Jaden on board. I love working with Jaden. He's a great actor. He's a lovely guy. He really supports me. He's the same as me. He doesn't understand why actors, mess up with indie filmmakers all the time. We have the same mindset. And he's just a real cool guy. He's really chilled, and he's just a barrel of laughs to work with. And he was just perfect as the sergeant. I mean, there was definitely no one else I would have chose better for the role than him.
Listen, Sergeant, I'm worried about Detective Red Fox. He could be in danger.
Listen, Red is a lot of things. An imbecile, a fool, but he can look after himself.
Casting for Judy was interesting because originally I did have someone involved, and that was Artie Shah. And Artie was originally, I wanted her to be my Judy White, but unfortunately she lives in Manchester, and she was like, I can't come back and forwards, and we can't do it, and it was really horrible. But I was like, it's fine, we can, maybe one day she can be in an episode or something, or a new series or something as a character, but it just wasn't meant to be. So I was looking for a Judy, and then Melissa came in and put her hand up and said, I'm happy to do it. And I'm not going to lie, when I first met Melissa, I didn't think we were going to get on, to be honest. I honestly didn't think we were going to be at all bonding or be anything like the way we are now. But when we started working together, the chemistry built up, and now we're the best of friends. And working with Melissa is always a treat, because not only will you get a great performance from her, you'll get a lot of great bloopers from her as well. She can't stop swearing.
A man in his late mid-30s. Fuck's sake. Oh, God.
Okay.
Right.
I have to say that Outsmarted has, become my sort of precious baby, really, if that makes sense. I'm very surprised how the success came. I released episode 1, and I honestly thought 2 people would watch it and one would end up watching it, to be honest. Kind of like how Noah Hawley felt about Fargo. But amazingly, the series actually did extremely well. And when I released episode 1, it managed to reach over 200 views, and I was just completely shocked by the result. So after this, I was just like, no brainer. Series 2, let's crack on.
But I'm not fully awake yet!
Where's she gone anyway? So I started writing immediately, and I already had ideas where I could take it, see how far it would go. And series 2, it was always, serial killer, Red and Judy go after the serial killer, but it was all about, how can we link that serial killer storyline to why this serial killer wants Red dead. And so the idea hit me of, an old case that Red didn't solve. It involved this person's family member. So this killer was like, right, because my family member is dead, I've got to go and kill the detective because he didn't solve the case. And I thought, there you go, there's my storyline.
Good, you came. I was going to send out a search party.
Why are you doing this?
You don't remember me, do you?
What are we talking about? Of course I do. I spoke on the phone yesterday.
No, you tit. I mean, from years ago. 5 to be exact.
5 years ago. 5 years ago, I had a case. Someone called Will.
My brother.
With series 2, the serial killer, I really wanted to be female. And, this old-fashioned styled female, because obviously it was 1940s. And Catherine Potter came along because what happened was I met her at an event. We followed each other on Instagram and we connected through there. And she found out I was a director. I found out she was an actress. And I said, is there a chance we could meet and talk about some projects? And she was like, yeah, I'm down. We worked on a couple of short films together. But then when I was thinking about Outsmarted, and I noticed that Catherine does wear some sort of vintagey, 1940s clothes, I said, would you like to do Outsmarted? And she was like, well, who's the character? And I said, well, her name's Pearl, and she's a serial killer. And then Catherine was immediately like, right, I'm in, straight away. So she was cast for the role. And she just nailed that performance amazingly. She just done a fantastic job. Very convincing, very scary, and also very funny.
Okay, if I'm going to die, I might as well say some last words. Is that a stain on your shirt?
What?
Yeah, give me the gun. Come on. Oh, piss off. No, give me the gun. Come on. Oh, God, you're stronger than you look.
The episodes are really fun to make. As the creator, I do everything on the show. I direct every episode. I write every page on the script. I edit the show. I film the show. I cast the actors. I create the characters. I have a close connection with the actors and talk about the characters, and they collaborate with me about the characters. So I pretty much do everything, but I love that. I love that I keep really busy, but I do get help sometimes. Sometimes I'll get a friend to film it for me. And also get some volunteers. Kelsey was a girl who came down from Wales with her boyfriend and filmed the dance episode for series 2.
I know, right?
No. Wow, Mama Bear's here. That was really fun to film because, you know, me and Melissa, we didn't even rehearse the dancing. We just said, look, let's just dance together and see how it goes. And the results came back and it was hysterical. And I love that scene. It's just brilliantly made. And I was so happy with it. It was definitely a very fun episode to film. One of my favourite episodes, I would say, of all is Series 2, Episode 4, the episode where we reveal the backstory of the serial killer and her connection with Red and what happened. You know, that episode I was really excited to write because it was very different from the other episodes that I, you know, normally write, edit, create, you know, and normally, of course, when you watch, you know, things like Fargo or American Horror Story or anything, there's always an episode that involves a character and you kind of go through some backstory with that character. That being said, I thought, let's see if I can try and do that. So episode 4 in a way was kind of like an experimental episode for me, and it came out amazing, and the success of that episode has been incredible. I cannot believe the amount of support I got from that episode. I was just so happy about that one. Hello, random citizen?
So you found my hideout? Good. I knew taking a picture of myself in front of that place worked.
Wait, you set it up?
Of course. Why not?
Where are you?
Epping Forest, 2 p.m. tomorrow. Meet me there. We need this to end.
Yeah, season 3 is going to happen. Obviously, if, you know, the actors are reliable and they stay on board, but I'm really excited about, you know, doing series 3. I've got a great story involved, and there's some great characters in there, and the storyline is massive. It's probably the biggest one I've done out of the entire series, and again it goes into a completely different direction, but obviously I wouldn't write it if I didn't think it'd be the best one, and I think it could be. But you know, the future for Outsmarted is looking bright. You know, people are loving it, people are watching it, and I will keep continuing until one day people decide it's not for them anymore. So who knows what could happen, but I'm very proud of it, and I'm glad that people are loving it. So I just want to thank everybody for their support, and yeah, it's just been great. Thank you.
Anyway, see you tomorrow.
Okay, bye-bye.